Vanilla.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of How to Vanilla. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a working basketball hoop out of a bucket. Let's get into how to do this. So as we always tell our How to Vanilla students, what you're first going to want to do is either get your maker pen out through your watch by going to your backpack and then pressing use on the maker pen, or if you're like me, pulling it from your back if you have it favorited. Let's get into what we need to do this. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up your palette, go to props, decor, page 2, and get yourself a bucket. This is going to be our basketball hoop. Then you're going to want to go to dynamic props and get yourself a small goal. We're going to size that down later. When you're done with that, go to gadgets, other chips, page 2, and get yourself an SFX chip. This is going to be what plays when you get your ball into the hoop. After that, you're going to want to go into other gadgets and get yourself an emitter. This is everything we need, and optionally, you can go to page 2 of other gadgets and get yourself a sampler in case you want something to be said after you get it in. Like maybe your SFX plays, your emitter goes off, and then it goes woohoo! Something like that. Let's get into assembling this. What you're first going to want to do is move your bucket over to the wall. This is going to be sort of the actual basketball hoop aspect of it, just like how I have that one over there. Let's lower it down a little more so it's easy. It's even to the lines. Then you're going to want to freeze it. Then you're going to want to get your goal, which from the start immediately plays goal. But we're going to make it so that plays something else. You're going to want to make sure it's straight, rotate it so it's facing up. Then you're going to want to move it up to your basketball.
Goal!
Then after that, you're going to want to size it down
Goal!
and put it inside of the bucket.
Goal!
So now you can't have any accidental goals.
Goal!
In case the
Goal!
ball touches the outside of it and the goal is peeking outside and the ball touches it and then it acts like it was a goal when it really wasn't. After you've done that, you're going to want to get your VFX chip or your SFX chip and you're going to want to straighten it out if you want to. Doesn't really matter, of course. I just like mine to be presentable. Make sure it's straight. Move it up next to the basketball. After you've done that, that pin from the goal there should be shown. So what you're going to want to do is set your maker pen to wire and then wire the score ping to the play sound. So now instead of saying goal, it'll play the sound in the SFX chip. We're going to configure that later to sound how we want it to sound. Once you've done that, you're going to want to get your emitter. Make sure to configure your emitter and make sure that it's not looping. You can put whatever you want. You can put confetti, an explosion, fireflies, or fireworks. For now, I'm going to put fireworks. Now that we've done that, we're going to want to make sure our emitter is rotated up so that the thing is emitted out of the bucket. Then we're going to want to do the same thing we did with the goal. Put it inside of the basketball hoop or the bucket. And make sure that you also pin the score pin to the emit. So we're going to do that now. So now when something goes in, it'll play the sound and it'll also emit whatever we want to emit. And then after that, say you did take the option to get the audio player, record whatever you want. So let's record Let's Go Vanilla. Let's go vanilla! Let's go vanilla! Once you've done that, you're going to want to make sure that you save it and upload it. Then you're going to want to move it next to everything else. Set your maker pen to wire. Get the score ping and wire it to play on signal. So now when something goes in, it'll play. Then, let's configure our SFX chip so it plays what we want it to play. We have all these sounds, blue scores, red scores. This would be for if you were to have a 2 or 3-on-3, so 2 sides to each hoop. But just because we only have one hoop for fun, we're going to make it so the sound is a ding. Now that we've done that, everything should be in place. So open up your palette, go to props, toys, or sports, and get yourself a basketball. Make sure to make that grabbable if you don't have create grabbable objects on. Once that's grabbable, let's try to get it in. But as you can see, when it will go in, or once it gets in, let's go vanilla! You should have a working basketball hoop that plays sounds and emits fireworks when you're done. Make sure to like and subscribe so we can get access to the Vault of Secrets. Ooh. And while I'm messing with this, I'd also like to add that you can make it so once you get the ball into the hoop, it'll spawn you somewhere. Like, let's go vanilla! Let's make it real quick so that when I get the ball into the hoop, it'll spawn me over there by the Meeple roulette. Let's get into how to do that. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna wanna pull out your maker pen, open up your palette, go to gadgets, other gadgets, and then go to the second page and get yourself a respawn point. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here and we're gonna spawn the respawn point in front of the Meeple roulette, which I will be getting into in another tutorial, so stay tuned for that. Then we're gonna wanna set our maker pens to wire, and then we're gonna wanna wire the score ping over here to the other red ping, or the green ping that says spawn player here now. Then we're gonna wanna get rid of our maker pen and test it. So now, once we've gotten it in the hoop, once we've gotten it in the hoop, it'll spawn us over here. Thanks, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for coming with me to do this tutorial. I would hope that you would like and subscribe. And if you haven't already done that, you should make sure to do it. Make sure to plug us to the Vanilla Mods so maybe we can get something in the future, and have a good time. Bye, guys.